Hello everyone and welcome to a quick news update. On January 26th, there's going to be a new Aoe2 DE expansion, Lords of the West. Yeah, I was just browsing through my Twitter feed and saw that this was announced, so let's just take a look through this post. So it'll be the first official expansion to Aoe2 DE, bringing us 2 new civilizations, 3 new campaigns, and some new achievements. So note here, lots of people have been commenting on my YouTube videos that the anniversary patch broke many of the campaign achievements and they no longer unlock, so hopefully this update means they're actually going to fix them. But anyway, January 26th is the release date, and there's some info on the civs, so let's take a look at them. The Burgundians, we can rise from a mere duchy to the marvel of Western Europe through economic might, cultural achievement, and the use of advanced military technology and tactics. The Burgundian unique unit is the... oh gosh, this is the first time I have to attempt to pronounce this word. Costilier. A cavalry unit that utilizes a powerful shock attack when charging into battle. Oh, that's interesting. It reminds me of what they tried to do in Empires Apart, where their French knights, or one of their cavalry units, would have an attack bonus if it had a bit of a startup and could run into the battle. I don't think it really quite worked out there, and they tried to rebalance it a bunch of times. Maybe also reminds me of Total War games, where your cavalry get a bonus as they run into infantry for the first time. But they are a cavalry civilization, and economic upgrades are available 1 age earlier than other civs. Alright, so the gold and the stone mining upgrades, that won't really matter. Farm upgrades, not particularly important either. And the question is, does that allow for Dark Age wood cutting and wheelbarrow? And does that allow for handcart to be in the feudal age? I imagine having the Castle Age wood upgrade in the Dark Age would be very powerful, and I wonder if they do have access to all of the upgrades. Like maybe the Imperial Age wood upgrade in the Castle Age would also be pretty strong. And Knights return 50% of their gold cost. That's like the Saracens' Madrasha technology that makes their monks return 33% of their gold cost. So if you have a bunch of Cavalier running around and you can't afford to upgrade to Paladin, you just delete some of them and there you go, you have your gold for Paladin. Right, and then unique units, there is that cavalry unit again, and Flemish militia. Heavy infantry unit with a bonus versus cavalry can be obtained via the Flemish Revolution technology, see below. Ooh, in the unique technology section. Flemish Revolution will be upgrade all existing villagers to Flemish militia, and Burgundian vineyards convert all food into gold at a 2-to-1 ratio. Oh, so those sound like Age of Empires 3 card shipments. There's a few shipments that let you transform resources into other resources. And upgrades all existing villagers to Flemish militia. Yeah, that's also like the Age of Mythology Ragnarok technology, or an Age of Empires 3 Civilization Revolution, where instead of going to the Imperial Age, you could revolt and basically turn all of your villagers into military units. So, interesting. I don't know how well they fit into Age 2. But then we have the Sicilians, experience the diverse cultures and martial spirit of the Mediterranean's crossroads as you build... Wait, is that martial or marital? It's martial, right? And martial spirit of the Mediterranean's crossroads as you build one of the most coveted kingdoms in medieval Europe. The Sicilian unique unit is the Sergeant, a hardy infantry unit that can construct the formidable donjon. Alright, I'm going to assume that says Sergeant, because otherwise I'm never going to come up with a pronunciation. Infantry civilization. Castles and town centers are constructed 100% faster, so less likely to have a doubt castle. That's a bit of a nice eco bonus if you're going to the Castle Age and booming. It'll help in those situations where the enemy is breaking crossbows into your base and you're frantically building a TC so you can garrison your villagers. The Koreans used to build castles more quickly, and towers, and that was removed, but that was mostly a tower problem, but faster castles can also be rather tricky to deal with. That'll be interesting to keep an eye on. And land military units absorb 33% of all incoming bonus damage, e.g. hill bonus. Now that's interesting because the hill bonus is kind of unique in the way it's implemented. There's the hill bonus and the cracked earth terrain, but I guess the cracked earth won't matter for incoming damage. That are basically a multiplier that's applied at the end after all other damage is calculated. And things such as cavalry attack that pikemen have are different in that they are just kind of like a standard attack calculation, like melee attack versus melee armor, and they aren't a bonus at the end like the hill bonuses, so I wonder what that actually means. Each farm upgrade grants farmers +1 carry capacity. Let's see, Heavy Plow, the Castle Age upgrade, already has +1, so in total, if they get all 3 upgrades, that'll be +3 capacity, which will be nice in Imperial Age, so we'll have some pretty good Imperial Age farmers if they get all 3. Otherwise, it won't really matter too much. I don't think only having +1 with Horse Collar is going to matter too much in the Feudal Age, but as you get more farmers in the late game, that'll matter a lot. And then Unique Building is the Donjon, a fortification that trains the sergeants. Units can garrison in it, and villagers and archers can shoot. So I guess that'll be like a Crep Post, only it can train this unit, and can be constructed by those units. So those will be like the Norse infantry from Age of Mythology who can construct buildings. And then Unique Technologies, the First Crusade. Upon researching, each town center spawns a one-time group of 7 sergeants. And Scutage. Upon researching, each team member receives a one-time payment of 15 gold for each military unit that they own. Oh, so you can spam a bunch of trash units and then get 15 gold. Oh, you can, each team member, you can team up with the Burgundians, and the Burgundians can train a whole bunch of knights, and then get 15 gold for each of them, and then delete all their knights to get the gold back. Yeah, that will not actually work out that well for you, but someone will find a way to do something interesting with that. Alright, so 3 campaigns. Edward Longshanks, the avaricious king of England. He's the English guy whom you fight in the William Wallace campaign. And then there's the Grand Dukes of the West. It looks like that will be the Burgundian campaign. And then the Hotvilles. Let's see. And each of these will then have some achievements. Yeah, there's an achievement for each of the campaign. And it looks like there'll be some more special achievements inside of the campaign. Kill William Wallace? What? What? No, you can't kill him. Oh boy. I guess this isn't the first time you fight a campaign hero whom you play, right? Because Barbarossa fights Saladin in the final Barbarossa mission. Well, that's also Barbarossa's dead by then, so maybe that doesn't count. The Pickled Barrel Trade Cart fights Saladin. Anyway, pre-order now. Yeah, like with everything, I recommend don't pre-order until it comes out and we've seen what happens with all of the bugs. It'll be $10, which, I mean, if you compare it to, if you own the HD edition, the entire definitive edition was $15, so charging $10 for what seems like a smaller expansion that they've released in the past, only 2 new civilizations, that sounds a bit expensive. So yeah, I would wait and see what it's like before ordering it. And the big question that I have is, how is the multiplayer lobby going to work with new civilizations? When the HD edition first had the Forgotten Empires expansion, they split the lobbies into 2, so you had one for the original game and a second for the expansions, but that just split the player base into 2 parts and made it much more difficult to find a game. And eventually, when the African Kingdoms and the other expansions came out, they made a system where if you didn't own the expansions, you could still join expansion lobbies, but you'd just be able to pick out of 5 civilizations instead of the entire rotation of all of the civs. That was a bit better, and it let everyone play together, but I don't know what they're going to do for DEs. That's probably the most important question I'll look to have answered from here on out. But that's the news post that is just posted, and that's everything we know so far. So thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.